Today I will show you how to create your own 1v1 map in Creative Fortnite. Alright, so once you've loaded into your Fortnite game, you're going to want to go to your console and create a new map. It doesn't matter what you use, but I'll be using this grid island. And then you can name it to whatever you want. After you've gotten your name, click confirm and open up your island. Alright, for this map, I'm going to have two separate areas. One where you can fight in 1v1 and another where you can get your guns. Alright, so for the first area, we're going to do the 1v1 area. So I'm going to go into creative galleries, go to the bottom. I'm going to use this obstacle course gallery. I'm just going to get stair, floor, and a wall of some sort, just like that. I'm going to have it 9 by 8. So I'm going to get my wall to 9 by 8. And then just to make it easier, I'm going to select all of these walls, copy, and just paste it. Except make sure you do it correctly. Alright, then just go ahead, select it all again, and then we're going to bring it up one, just like that. Now we're going to grab our stair, and then just go and cover the whole thing. Alright, so now you're going to want to go to the side where you have 9 walls and find the middle. And I'm just going to place a stair right there. Alright, once we find the middle on the side with 9 walls, I'm going to go to the side with 8. Since it's going to need 2 stairs, it's going to be 2. So 2 minus 8 is 6. Divide that by 2 and it's 3. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, delete those 2. And then you'll have the exact middle. I'll delete that, and then I'll just place a wall in the middle like that. And then stairs, get rid of that and just place some stairs. And then some walls to cover it up, just like this. Then you'll kind of have your starting area where you can fight. So it's looking good so far. We got our 1v1 area. Now we just want to make our area where we can get our guns. So I'm just gonna get some floors and then place them all around like this. You can make yours as big as you want. It doesn't really matter. Then I'm just gonna build 2 high walls just like that. And then I'm gonna copy the floor, some of the floor, and then bring it up just like this. Film these I didn't get, and then we have our area where we can get our guns. Alright, so the next thing we're going to want to do is when we're getting our guns, we don't want people to just camp and kill people inside of this, or we want to make people move faster, make it easy to get the guns. So we're just going to go into the inventory, go to devices, and look for a Mutator Zone, and just get it and place it in the middle, and just adjust it to the size of your area. Make sure it covers the whole thing just like that. Then we'll give it some height, so then it's covering the whole thing. And then once you get that, we're going to go ahead and change the settings. So visible during game, keep those on, no. And then affects players, yes. Keep these, and then go to allow editing, no. And then allow jumping, yes. Gravity, just set this to low gravity. And then movement, just make us go faster. And then no weapon fire, and then no building. So now if we were to get a player spawn and start the game, you'll see you can't build in here. You can jump really high, you can move around really fast, so you can get your weapons. Alright, so now let's head back over to the 1v1 area. For this 1v1 map, we're going to make it so you can't leave the area in which we've given. So we're going to go and get a barrier device, just like this. The depth, make it 10. Just change it to size. Doesn't matter if it goes out low. Then just change the height to the max. So you see 100 tiles. And then just change it to whatever color you want. Change it to Starfield, just like that. So then you're just going to want to copy and rotate and place all around. So now you'll have 1v1 area with a barrier that you cannot leave. So the next thing we're going to want to do is make it so players can spawn inside of this area. So I'm just going to go into my island and then change the max players to 7, and then voice chat all so they can talk to each other, and it's a free-for-all. And then we can now go back and get a player spawner, and then place one down, go in and player team any, use as islands to start, yes, and then not visible, and then just copy it and paste it for how many players are going to be in the game. So for me, I'm going to have 7 players in the game, so I put down 7 spawners. So the next thing is, you're probably wondering, how are they going to go in and get their guns? That's a good question. Go into your inventory. I'm going to go in the gallery and I'm just going to get this ammo box prop that I'm going to place kind of where they spawn right there. Then I'm going to go in and get a button and I'm going to put it by there. And then I'm going to make interact time 0, activating team any, sound disabled, and then guns not visible during game, and then that's it. And then we're gonna go in and get a teleporter, and we're gonna go to our gun area and we're gonna put down a teleporter just like that. So now just make teleporter group none, teleport target group A, and then visible yes, and then sound effects no. And then just go here and find teleport, and then find your button, and then on interact teleport. So if we start the game, you'll see we can't leave with these walls, but we have our gun. It'll teleport us here. But now we need to make it a way to teleport back. So go ahead, get your teleporter device. I'm going to put mine right above the spawn. And then go here, teleport group A, target group none, and then not visible and don't play effects. So now when you enter through the other one, it will teleport you back. So we're almost done. There's just a few more things we need to do. So the only 2 things we need to get done is get bombs so we can reset builds, and get guns in our game. And I'll show you how to do both of those, starting with restarting builds. Go ahead and get your button. So I'm going to place mine right here, and then interact time, I'm going to change it to 2.5 seconds, activating team any, reset builds, and then I'm going to rename it to reset button and click OK. So now we can go in and get explosive device. And now we're going to place it down in certain areas. So place one down by corner, can be damaged off, health, and then player damage 0, structure damage 5,000, explode on proximity off, and then display, and then knockback none, no audio, not visible, no. And so now just go back in. There's one more thing we need to do, and then on explode when receiving from reset button, and then on interact explode, and then reset when receiving from explosive device. So on explode reset, and then we're just going to copy and paste around the map. So now we just need to go into our My Island settings and just change the setting. So default class identifier, no class. And then, so just change the ones I tell. So now total rounds, set that to the max. Time limit, change it to none. Elimination score 1. And then the last 2, no. Go settings. Time of day, I'm going to set to 4 p.m. No fire. Set shield to 100%. Infinite ammo on, infinite consumables on, infinite building materials on. If you want to change it, you can have it on and off. Doesn't matter, up to your preference. But I'm just gonna have it on. You can also change this to your preference. And then building can destroy environment, no. Environment damage, player built only. And then structure damage, enemy and self-built. Limited players items keep. Allow item drop and pick up to your preference. I'm going to keep them on. I'm going to set the respawn time to 2 seconds. All damage off. Glider redeploy off. And then let's go UI. And then I'm timer direction up. Map screen display set to scoreboard. And then display overview map, no. Display scoreboard, yes. And then HUD info type set to score. All right. So the last thing we're going to do is now we need to get our weapons. So go into this place where you're going to have your weapons. Go in your inventory and get item spawner. You're going to place it down anywhere and then go into the settings. Respawn yes. Base visible during game off. Time before first spawn 0. Then time between spawn 0. Then you can scale the item if you want. I'm going to scale it up by 2 and then okay. So then just copy these and you can paste them around anywhere. One for each gun you're going to want to place, and then just go over to weapons and get yourself some weapons to put and drop into these areas. So now we got the weapons I'm going to use. and you can start the game. You can add as many weapons as you want, it doesn't matter. So you can start the game, everything looks normal. You can go get your guns. I'm gonna get the dub. So now I got my weapons. I'm gonna go back and then I'm gonna shoot and I'm gonna place cones everywhere just to show. So now that I got my cones everywhere, I'm gonna go ahead and click the reset builds. And it resets all the builds. Even if you build up like this, it's always going to reset. Just like that. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more videos like these, and I'll see you in the next one.